Hi all, thanks for watching this video around Google Next 24, where we will share you an update about the great event in Las Vegas. I do that together with my fellow colleagues, Martijn van Grift, who is a cloud architect. On the right side we have Jorge, our cloud security architect. And there we have Jonas, who is a Google Cloud Workspace enthusiast. And myself, my name is Roy. I'm a Google Cloud enthusiast working within our great company, Xebia. And it was my first time in Las Vegas. First time Google Cloud Next, which was a great experience. And today we're gonna share some hot topics with you around infrastructure, security, GenAI and FinOps. So please share me your experience. What do you think, Martijn?
Yeah, so for me it was the first time in Google Next. Not the first time in Vegas, but I really liked how it was organized. So I really liked everything was centralized around one convention center, and it was easy to find each other, to find the sessions, and also liked that you didn't have to walk through the entire strip to find the session and things like that. It was great meeting all other partners, vendors, and of course meeting with more colleagues and Google people as well. Really cool.
Well, I totally agree. And what I liked as well is we were there with quite a bunch of people, right?
All 20, I think.
Yeah, all our cloud authorities were there. And we were bonding, connecting with partners, with the customers over there. Jonas, what did you think about it?
It was my first time in the US, I have to say. And so I was surprised about how huge everything was. If you just think we were there were 30 to 40,000 people over there. If you just think just the convention centers that you need to house so many people. And then if you combine that with the amount of partners that were there and the amount of solutions that were presented there, I mean, absolutely awesome event. I was super happy to be there.
I believe more than 30,000 people, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Cool.
It's crazy. And also if you look at the amount of updates, I think 280
18.
updates. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, crazy.
Having shared all those great experience with you, let's go quickly to a small video that does a short energetic recap of Next 24.
Welcome everyone to Google Cloud Next. There's 30,000 people live here today. 2,000 Google experts, over 2,500 partners, and nearly 400 sponsors.
Welcome to Las Vegas and to Google Cloud Next. Enterprises can do things today that weren't possible with AI before.
GenAI doesn't just help our customers be more productive, it's a member of their team.
The pace of innovation speeding up. At Google Cloud, we want to meet you where you are, but frankly, take you further than anybody else can. Google's generative AI, easy, seamless, and a lot of fun.
Google's trusted search technologies get the right results in record time.
Shouldn't all keynote speakers have keynote sneakers?
We're creating a new era. Thank you for joining us for Cloud Next. Together, we're building the new way to cloud.
And you know what? We've been awarded in Las Vegas as the Google Cloud Partner of the Year, Sales in the Benelux. What do you think of that, guys? It's amazing. I think it's an amazing achievement altogether done with our Google practice within Xebia. We've just seen some takeaways. Martijn, what were your biggest takeaways?
Yeah, so let's start with this video. Right? It's really nice to again see this video. It brings immediately back all kinds of nice memories. Pretty cool. Yeah, so for me it was really all about infrastructure, security, GenAI, but of course also FinOps, and especially on security and FinOps, and also a bit of GenAI. What I really noticed was that all the sessions were really packed. People were sitting on the floor. It is really getting a lot of traction and a lot of attention also during this conference. Special moment in the keynote was where Google announced their own chip, right? Their own CPU. So I'm also wondering what you guys are thinking about that. Do you think it's a cool innovation?
I think it's pretty cool. When I saw like Thomas Curry and TK coming up with the CPU, I thought it was just like a regular Intel CPU, like what's the buzz? But then I saw the ARM CPU for their servers. I thought it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of it. I want to see what it can do, of course, for customers.
In a couple words, I mean, freaking awesome. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What does it bring for the customers?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest hardware geek, so I love to keep it with the guys that know everything about this. But what I can imagine is if you have a new chip that you come out with, it's just that much more of AI and intelligence that you pack within your own chip that'll just help, in my case, which I can speak of, everything that is GCP related and workspace related to be that much faster and work better for our end customers. And so that's something that I can only cheer on.
Yeah, I think more efficiency, but I think what's also pretty cool, it also shows the dedication and innovation of Google. Yes. Make sure they're able not consuming NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, but also building their own CPU with their chip.
Yeah, sure. And of course, what you also notice that it is a custom chip, right? So Google has custom designed their own chip for their own data centers. So I think they expressed some pretty bold claims in terms of efficiency, performance, and all kinds of things like that. So I think the headlines are around 30 to 60% better price to performance ratio compared to existing chips. So yeah, I'm really expecting a lot of customers to move away from existing instances in favor of these chips.
Anything else what you've seen around, if we elaborate more on the infrastructure part of the whole event?
Yeah, so a number of things. So next to their own custom chip, they released an entire new generation of competency instances, which is sort of the base layer of everything infrastructure in Google Cloud. So essentially the virtual machines, but in reality, it's also powering your AI workloads, your databases, and things like that. And again, so more performance. In theory, also a bit more efficient. So yeah, I think only nice things. Continuing with infrastructure, the whole GenAI infrastructure architecture have been improved. I think those were the two headlines really.
Furthermore, we don't have only discussed infrastructure during the event. Google has innovated on a lot more areas than only infrastructure. As a security architect, Jorge, what did kittle you the most?
Well, to come back, what kittled me the most, actually one of my favorite services, Security Command Center. But there's now a new version, the enterprise version. And what's pretty cool, it's multi-cloud. So you're able to look at the cloud security risks, not only from Google, but also from Azure and AWS. Another great addition is that you also have infrastructure as a code. Your Terraform plans can be scanned in the pipeline to make sure there are no non-violating configurations, and it can actually kill it in order to deploy to your cloud. So it's adding another set of extra controls to know what's going on in your cloud, but also to really protect it. And I think it's pretty cool. Another addition is that they also have workflow automation. So a lot of security cases are being created if you have not patched your compute instance, misconfiguration. But then it's really hard, like what's the highest priority, where to start with, right? In order to fix it and make your cloud more secure. You actually have some workflow, you so can delegate to others to really start making it more secure and have control over the workflow. I think that's pretty cool. But specifically the multi-cloud part, I think that's really great that they expand to other clouds.
For typically what kind of organizations in terms of maturity or knowledge would this be very handy?
Well, I think specifically for a large enterprise, but the cool thing is this is Security Command Center Enterprise. So I think more if you have a multi-cloud environment, then it can really be a great fit. If you work with infrastructure as a code like Terraform, then it really can fill in that gap. Because you see also a lot of other competitor vendors being in that space. I think with Security Command Center Enterprise, Google really jumps into the gap and is able to cover that as well.
Looking from a workplace perspective, of course, security. Everybody wants to have a very secure workplace. Do you have anything to add to that topic?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with regards to anything that is Google Workspace and the workplace in general, I mean, GenAI was the big thing that we talked about at Google. At Next. So the thing that kind of aligns to what you're saying here is that Google came up with an AI data classification solution that is part of their Gemini for Google Workspace offering. So you'll be able to use something that is called drive labels, which is giving a label to certain drive files that you have, or all of them. But you can now do that while harnessing the strength of GenAI. So that's, that's really next level. If you want to go and you want to protect your data that's on Google Drive, this is absolutely next level. Apart from that, we were totally surprised actually that Google was able to hide a brand new app that they're coming out with, which is called Google Vids. Yeah. AI, Google video generation, specific file format that is only there for Google Workspace users. So very interesting to see what that's going to hold. Small note, it's going to roll out in the next half of the year in the US. We're not going to be able to expect it soon in the Benelux, for instance, but it's coming. And then anything that is Gemini for Workspace, I mean, we've been enticed by Google by all the possibilities that it holds, and just to see those possibilities come to life one after the other, I mean, that's just cool. Since I came back from Next, I can take notes. It's in English at the moment, coming to Dutch later on, but I can have notes taken for me in a meeting, so I don't have to write down notes anymore. Assign action items for myself and everybody that's in a meeting. I mean, just saves you a lot of time. Yeah. If you then combine all of that with what you can do for people that are not the big code writers or anything that is related to that, I can just tell you myself, I've been experimenting with it and my colleagues as well, a gap that we normally have, which is I have a good idea, but I'm not really used to writing code or to put this into real realizations. There's a bridge now, which is done through Gemini. So I'm super happy that is materializing at the moment. It's a big time saver and excellent functionality. Absolutely.
Maybe Martijn, it's nice to pick up from here, given the fact that Google Cloud Platform and data and GenAI, a lot of things going around that topic. Mm-hmm. What can you say about that?
Good question, thank you. So of course, it's no surprise that data and Google's data ecosystem is one of the best in the business, right? And really to add on what Jonas mentioned, of course you see all kinds of GenAI integrations inside the Google Cloud Platform. So during the different sessions, of course, we saw a number of different demos showcasing Gemini and all kinds of other integrations. What for me really stand out were two new features. They're I think still in preview, so they're not generally available yet. But one is continuous queries in BigQuery, which allows you to continuously query a table, right? So as soon as a new update comes in a table, automatically you get a result. And then actually to add on that, with 2 or 3 lines of SQL queries, you can also write those deltas, so the results of those queries, also to a PubSub topic. And the demo was really about working with Gemini. I'd say, hey, Gemini, I want to have this, this, and this. And in a few seconds, it returned with like 20 to 30 lines of SQL code to do exactly this, right? The continuous queries, export into PubSub, and then actually feeding this information from PubSub to your GenAI model. And that was, for me, what really stand out. So in a few minutes, having this ETL pipeline available for you, that was really insane. So no custom code, no custom pipelines, all done through BigQuery.
Can we show that to some of our customers already? Or?
Yeah, so both of these features are available using private previews. So we will include a link to the sign-up page for that in the video.
Cool. And then the final topic on security, Jorge.
I think what's really cool is that there's now the confidential compute for AI, meaning that you can train your models, run your large language models, with confidential compute, but actually also the CPUs that you attach, the NVIDIA, those will also communicate in a secure way. I think that's pretty unique for training your models, and you will keep the same speed as well. So that's actually pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And maybe last one to wrap up is actually Apogee. It's the Google the API platform to secure and to monetize, for example, your APIs that you run. Is actually the Shadow API detector. So if you don't have all your APIs already protected and managed through Apigee, you can use this one to detect like which APIs do you still have within your company and which one you need to onboard and secure with Apigee.
Really
I think that's pretty cool.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And I believe we forgot one thing.
The money, right? The money part.
The
Yeah.
money.
FinOps.
Martijn.
FinOps. I believe you have something around there, Martijn.
Yeah, of course. It's no surprise. It's my favorite topic, right? Lots is happening on this front. So it's no surprise that customers have quite some difficulty, right, to keep their cloud into check and all things like that. Happy to report a couple of new features on this front.
Yeah.
One is anomaly detection. Pretty cool. So Google's actually watching your historical spend. And if something pops up, like someone, for instance, scheduled a virtual machine with a GPU, a couple GPUs, right, and costs go to the roof. Now you are being notified earlier that something like this is happening, which can actually save you some cost, which is really quite nice. There is this unified CUD analysis screen, which allows you to monitor all the CUDs you have, so the community use discounts, your reservations, essentially, across all your projects, all your regions, and your entire Google Cloud organization, which also should help you optimize your reservation. Both of these are actually also available through private previews. Same as with the continuous queries and the BigQuery to pops up feature. We will also include links to sign up for that in the video. Cool. Then the final item here are the new CUD possibilities. So memory store, LOEDB, two that I forgot, big table and data flow. They all offer 1 and 3 year CUDs, which can help you save up to 52% compared to on-demand prices.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Quite significant.
Sure.
Okay. Then I think for now we wrap up. Thank you for watching. If you want to know more, please get in touch and we will swing by definitely very soon. See you.